Obviously using Xenology, I'm going to just use like a different bank than like what I normally use, because I feel like when I constrain myself to using a bank, it just like helps me narrow down the amount of sounds that I want to use. Helps me find something. Let's go indie chill. I feel like it's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to run just some halftime. Just a little bit of top end. The way that I trick myself is to just like tell myself, let's make three melodies today. And most of the time I'll get carried away with the melody. I'll feel like I have to finish the drums, you know what I mean? So if we can trick ourselves into sitting down, that's probably the hardest part. Once you actually get yourself sitting down and just like you've picked your preset, or you've got some type of momentum behind you, you've already won that. So it's so hard to not finish something that you already started. It's a mental game as well. And if you can have more of a positive mindset about sort of achieving smaller tasks, you'll then achieve them and you'll think like, oh, I may as well finish that. Yeah, I think if we can figure out these little ways to just like trick ourselves into being more productive, and most of the time it's just about sitting down and starting, and that's the hardest part. But once we do that, we just get carried away and we can't stop. So alright, now we're just going to find the sweet spot. Some tempos just have like a different bounce, and you just know the melody kind of suits it. So I think it's definitely worth doing that, because you can improve your melody by a significant amount. It's just like, it's almost like the same as like the notes that you use is like the tempo as well. Something that I really like doing is like drawing in the length of the notes and keeping it on classic, especially with the Spins 808, just the way that it sounds, the way that it ends, just like a short, sharp kind of cut off release. It just kind of adds to the rhythm to it in a way. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I've been doing, is instead of letting it roll out at certain times, like picking your times and just like ending the note shorter. And I made kind of like a second 808 pattern, which was very similar to the original, but I just stripped it back a little bit, and instead of having like duplicate notes, I just had like long sustaining ones instead, just to make it feel more like a breakdown, less intense. I think that's really important as well, just to have sort of like a B section, and just to make it very, just even very slightly, like it can be really subtle, so you don't notice it that much, but it just has like a feeling to it. The intensity drops off, and it can regain momentum for like when the hook or the chorus comes back in. Doesn't have to be overly complex, but it's just something that if you take the time to consider and just think about, it can really just like elevate your whole beat just on like a subconscious level, and make it more interesting over time and more engaging. Alright, so that's it for the beat. Thanks so much for watching once again. I kind of want to catch up on some melodies and just make some melodies, but I really liked this one and it just kind of got away from me. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, go check out my other videos. Be sure to check out my Patreon. If you want to cop some like melodies like this, I just put out a MIDI kit. The membership includes the MIDI kit, my stash kit, all my project files that I put up there, loops, like a whole bunch of stuff. So go check that out. It's a really great way to support me. It's a really great way to support the channel. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.